I first noticed it in spring last year. It must have been early April. I remember it well. It was a Saturday morning and I'd been to the corner shop to buy some food for a fried breakfast. For some reason the shop was closed, so I decided to cut through a back street to the supermarket on the high road. It was a bright morning, but most of the street was still in shadow. I found myself walking very close to the front walls and hedges in order to expose my face to the thin strip of warm sunlight that ran the length of the street. It was from here that I first saw it, its crest protruding over the roofs on the other side of the road. Surprised that I hadn't noticed it before, I wondered what it was and then forgot about it for several weeks. On April the 28th, I was late for an appointment. I'd left my car lights on overnight and had to get a jump start from a passing van. Waiting to turn into Crownfield Road, I saw the tower through the gap between two blocks of flats. It seemed very close. As far as I could remember, the road I'd first spotted it from was nearly a mile away. I didn't have time to stop and work out the geography, but that evening I mentioned the tower to my next-door neighbour as I wondered what it was used for. She said that she'd never seen it. A few weeks later, I went to visit a friend in Brixton Prison. I couldn't face driving through town in the rush hour, so I went by bus. It turned out to be a depressing meeting, as my friend had just heard that he'd been refused parole. Waiting outside for the bus home, I noticed a familiar structure inside the prison walls. I decided that it was some kind of water tower, but I was surprised that the design was the same as the one near my home. I was even more surprised when the bus stopped outside a factory and I noticed another identical building inside its grounds. I decided to take another look at the tower near my house when I got back, but by the time I got there, it was dark. There was no moon and I couldn't see it over the rooftops. That night, I dreamt that I was imprisoned in the tower. My body was paralysed and only my eyes could move. At first, I thought that I was in complete darkness, but after a while I noticed a greyish speck which remained in the same place when I moved my eyes. I realised that I was facing a flat black wall. I got the feeling that the room was in fact brightly lit, but I couldn't be sure.